Hello, 7th graders. Today I'm going to be going through the assignment that you guys have, the letter to the governor of Jerusalem. And this follows the reading of Southwest Central Asia, Chapter 2, Section 2, Origins of Christianity, just pages 48, let's see, 51 through 55, 48 through 55. Most of what we're going to do is going to be centered right here on the 50 to 51 portion of the book. So you can see here it's a writing assignment grade right here. The page numbers I've already mentioned, and the due date will be given to you in class. So your directions are here to imagine that you're an advisor to the Roman governor of Jerusalem. You are to prepare a briefing, which is a short and concise summary of a situation, of Jesus' actions, and describe the reactions of his followers. Use as much detail as possible in your descriptions, in some cases quoting Jesus or his followers or paraphrasing one of his sermons or parables. Review artwork and photographs in the section for details to include. Use the template, Briefing to the Governor of Jerusalem example, which is here and is clickable, on Google Docs to write your paragraph. You have to include the following things in your letter. I need to see miracles, evidence that you've reported miracles to your boss, which was the Roman governor of Jerusalem. Number 2, parables that he has told. And number 3, his message itself. I'm just going to fix this here. The rubric is just a 10-point assignment, 5 points for the structure, 1 point off for every spelling, capitalization, punctuation, grammar error, and 5 points for the content, which is the supporting evidence given right here. So what I'm going to do now is going to click on this, and I'm going to go to the template that I've shown you. And so this is the template, and it's got lots of information here for you. What you'll do again is you go to File, you're going to make a copy of it. After you make a copy, you're going to rename it so that it says here, instead of copy of Briefing to the Governor of Jerusalem, which you know we don't do, you're going to put your username in there. So it'll be username and then Briefing to the Governor of Jerusalem. So I'll just show you that. So if I were to do it, it would look like this. And then I might even, actually we'll erase the word example too, so that that's not there. But I'm going to cancel that. So here you'll put in your name, you'll leave Mr. Mack, you'll leave the date if it's correct, if not change it, and there's the assignment name. So what I've done is I've given you an example of what your letter might look like, and of course you're going to write your own work, but this is my example. So if you click here, it kind of goes through section by section what's going on. So if you click that, you can see here that I've written an introduction. Tell your boss, the governor, what you'll be explaining in your paper, or what they call the brief, which is a short, concise summary of events. So I've given you an example there. Next we'll go down here to the 3 bullet points you'll see, and in each 3 bullet points I'm going to talk about the 3 things that are required. So if we go back to the assignment, we noted that we need miracles, parables, and Jesus' message. So the first one is miracles, and you can see here here you're going to explain a miracle that Jesus is said to have performed, and then in the next 2 sections, which are right here and right here, you're going to write about the parable, and then you're going to also write about the messages he is spreading. And I've given you guys some ideas and hints here, but again, you're going to write your own work. I've included a fictitious quote here from a follower, and I mentioned here maybe you even have an interview of Jesus, maybe here or maybe in the parable, somewhere in there. But the idea is that you're someone living back during Jesus' time and you're following him around, investigating the things that he's saying and doing, and then reporting back to your boss. So then you're going to have a closing right down here, which I have here. I have a little note here. Here, wrap up your briefing by telling the governor what you think he should do next. You are his eyes on the streets. You may suggest whatever you like, but be realistic about your choice. So you may suggest that in fact Jesus of Nazareth, this person, isn't a threat to the Roman Empire. Maybe you suggest that he's someone that we need to pay attention to, or maybe you want to go further. So right there, you'll wrap up your paper, your briefing, and here you're going to give a greeting, a closing salutation, excuse me. And then here I've made up a Roman name, and then you are an advisor to the governor. And if you want to have fun with it, you can just click right here, a list of Roman names, and choose a fun one. So that's the assignment, briefing to the governor of Jerusalem example. Your paper does not have to be this long. This is a long version. This is a teacher written version, and again, I haven't even done these two here. So yours does not necessarily have to be this this long, but you do need to make sure you have all 3 sections in your writing. If you have any questions, please feel free to re-watch this, and good luck.